what things we must refrain to put in the PS? What should be avoided?
Right. So this is a common question that gets asked: what should not be included in the personal statement? And again, I've kind of given a paragraph by paragraph description of what does not fit in a personal statement. But let me at least tell you a few to begin with. A lot of personal statements, these residency personal statements that I review, a lot of them start off with the story as to why they chose to become a doctor. Now, that's clearly not needed for a residency personal statement. This is not a med school personal statement. You're already a doctor, so the goal should be to tell us what's the next step you plan to take that is going from med school to residency, what specialty. So that's one thing I really feel should not be included in the residency personal statement. I do want to say there might be some rare examples. For example, in my course I talk about there's an applicant who talked about dealing with cancer during med school and during the childhood also. And so I think that's still okay to include because that person tried to say why, what drove their interest towards internal medicine and medical oncology. So that still makes a bit of sense, but no need to say that, since childhood I knew I wanted to become a doctor. I really feel that doesn't need to be included. The other thing is there are a lot of personal statements that I review, and many of them, for some reason, start off with a tragedy that happened within the family during childhood. So I've seen personal statements where the applicant was maybe, I guess like 5th grade, 8th grade, and witnessing a family tragedy. Honestly, those kind of, paragraphs really need to be left out. It's very unfortunate to read about those kind of personal tragedies, family tragedies especially, but it doesn't tell me anything about the applicant as to how, they've prepared themselves, how they're going to perform in residency. And honestly, there's been an opinion paper also that I discussed in my course about how a program director gave the opinion that she really hates this kind of, opening paragraphs. So that's another thing I would really have applicants refrain from putting in their personal statement. Lastly, another thing that, when the question is what to refrain, what not to put in the personal statement, I see that some applicants, they really just, it's called regurgitating your CV. So they'll say, I did this, then I did med school, then I did this rotation, then I did this, and I came to the US and I did that. But so they just kind of, go from, okay, this is the first step I took, a second step, and they don't really talk much about what exactly they learned from those experiences. So instead of saying, I did a med school rotation, then I came to the US, I did an observership, I did an externship, I did research, a better way of talking about, a better way of presenting is, okay, I did this rotation in the US. I really appreciated how evidence-based medicine is practiced in the US. I really liked the collegiality and the dedication, of the physicians, really liked the teamwork spirit. So then if you present it that way, then, the faculty member or program director really knows, okay, this person understands what the US healthcare system is about. And so this is something called show, don't tell. So just don't tell that, that you've done these experiences, you're a team player. If you show us examples, okay, this is what I did, this is, I collaborated with a pathologist, with a surgeon, with an oncologist for a patient with cancer, then, it really gives us examples of how this person is demonstrating teamwork in the personal statement. So these are a few tips, and there are many more exact examples from personal statements that I've put in my course, for the audience to have a look at.
Awesome. Yeah, I really think what you said is right. US students already write their personal statement when they get into medical school, and why they like medicine. They've already written and they've already gotten in. Many times For international students, a personal statement is the first time they are ever writing a personal statement. So they may feel the need to write why they chose medicine in the personal statement. But like you said, more important is why you're choosing a particular specialty rather than getting into medicine.
Yeah, absolutely.